Yo! What's up guys, my name is Will, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up your very own push-pull legs training split. Alright guys, if this is the first time you're watching the video from me, don't forget, click that subscribe button if you're new around here, and don't forget of course the ding dong, that notification bell, so you get notified every single week when I upload. Now, as I said just now, we're going to be talking through how to set up one of the most popular programs in the fitness industry at the moment, which is the push-pull legs split. So I'm going to run you guys through various different ways of how you can tailor this split to suit your goals. However, I first want to talk a little bit about why I think the push-pull legs training split is very beneficial. However, if you don't want to hear that and you just want to see the various different splits you can do, then skip to the time on screen here and you won't have to listen to me drone on for however long this is going to take. So, for those of you who are sticking around, the first thing that I want to mention is that the push-pull leg split is basically a variation of a total body split. So total body meaning that how we do this training split is we've got down here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so a full week. How we would do total body, so in other words you'd hit everything, so chest, back, shoulders, biceps, triceps, legs, abs, fucking everything in one day. So we do total body, rest, total body, rest, total body, and then probably rest at the weekend. That is a typical total body split. And what we're going to do with the push-pull legs is we're going to split total body up into the different groups of muscles that have similar functionality. In other words, pushing or pulling, and then we're having a separate day for legs. Or as I'll get onto later in the video, you could also potentially include legs in pushing or pulling. So in terms of pushing, that would be like quads, pulling would be hamstrings, etc. You get the idea. So we would do maybe something like push. If push doesn't start with a B, I don't know if you knew that. We're going to do push, pull, legs, rest, and then maybe push, pull, and then rest. That is kind of a typical week on a push-pull legs. Or you could do like push-pull, rest, legs, push-pull, rest, or push-pull, rest, legs, rest, push-pull. But again, we're going to get into that later in the video. I just wanted to explain why push-pull legs is what it actually is. It's technically a form of total body training, because we're not just focusing on one muscle group, which is would be like a bro split where we're doing like chest day or arm day or back day or something like that. We're actually grouping the muscles. So a push day would be chest, triceps, and probably anterior delts or shoulders. Some people just group all shoulders into push. And then a pull day would be back, biceps, and rear delts is what I do on pull day. So first reason that I think that a push-pull leg split is beneficial is basically because of the frequency. So frequency is how often you train something, and this will increase the frequency from if you're doing a bro split, or basically it has a higher frequency. And frequency has been shown to be one of the top 3 factors in terms of how much muscle you can actually build and how quickly. Right, so just to clarify, anytime that I say anything like research has shown or has been shown to be, or like anything in that vein, it basically means that there is scientific research, or there have been studies to back up what I'm saying. You can go and check it out for yourselves on the internet. I'm not going to bother linking anything in the description or anything like that. You can just go check it out for yourself, but that doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, experience trumps science, and you have to see the results. Everybody is different, so no matter what I say on this whiteboard, none of these splits may work for you. 2 of them may work for you. Do you know what I mean? It's all down to the individual, so just bear that in mind. But there is scientific evidence to back up what I'm saying in terms of what is good about this stuff. So Why is a high frequency a good thing? A high frequency is a good thing because the whole reason why we're training is to induce protein synthesis. Protein synthesis is basically the time in which your muscles are repairing, so they're getting bigger and stronger, and obviously that will also be affected by individual differences like nutrition, sleep, how hard you go in the gym, all that sort of stuff. Protein synthesis is normally elevated for about 48 hours after training, so that time period is the thing that will vary dependent on the individual, but let's just assume for this video's sake that it is 48 hours because that is the general sort of rule when it comes to protein synthesis, and we're going to assume that. So what push-pull legs allows you to do is stimulate protein synthesis sooner, and therefore you'll be able to increase your frequency over time. So what we need to think about is, you need to think about it not in terms of the one singular workout, you need to think about it in terms of a week. So if we look at it in a week, if we're doing push-pull legs, if we had a push, pull, and we didn't do legs, and then we did push, pull, and we did legs here, and then rested. If this is the split that we're going for, we're stimulating protein synthesis here with, let's say, the chest. Let's pick chest as an example, because remember, push is chest, triceps and shoulders. Now we're going to rest, we're going to do a pull day Tuesday, and then we're going to rest Wednesday. So there's your 48 hours in which protein synthesis is elevated for your chest. So you've got the 48 hours there. Thursday we're going to stimulate it again. So this is increasing the frequency, as opposed to something like a bro split, where if chest day is Monday, then we're going to have to go another, you've got your elevated protein synthesis for your 48 hours here, and then we've got to wait a whole another week until we stimulate it again. So this has increased the frequency. So again, thinking about it in terms of a week, we're stimulating it twice a week instead of once. So then when we take this up to a month, then we're looking at 8 times instead of 4 times. And then when we take this up to a year, we're looking at it as 104 times instead of 52 times. So if you look at it from an annual standpoint, you can start to see the benefit of higher frequency training. So next up we have volume. Now I'm sure you've heard the word volume thrown around in the fitness industry, but basically what volume is the total amount of poundage that you are lifting on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis. So in other words, it is accumulative. It's not just in one session, it's in all your sessions over this week or this month or whatever. So that is basically what volume is, and volume is probably the most important factor you need to consider when we're talking about muscle growth. This essentially is where the principle of progressive overload comes in, which is basically where we are increasing the amount of load that we're putting on our muscles in order to stimulate muscle growth. In other words, we're going to increase the amount of weight or the amount of reps or the amount of sets that we are doing in a given time period. So what a push-pull legs program will allow you to do is it will allow you to increase the volume you're doing, because you have 2 chances in the same week to hit the same muscle group. So basically, if we were running a bro split, what we would do is have triceps on a Monday. Let's say we're choosing triceps on Monday. Tries on Monday, which conveniently is the same as push because that's included in push day. So what we're going to do is, because of the increased frequency, we're going to increase the volume. However, this is going to be without injury or impairing recovery as well. So let me explain that. So as I said, let's say your typical Monday is triceps and you're doing 10 sets here on Monday. So if you're running a bro split, that means that you're not going to hit triceps again until next Monday. In order to increase this volume, what you would actually have to do is do 20 sets here on Monday, which, by the way, how you're going to do that is you're going to take it to failure, and therefore you're probably going to essentially damage the muscle tissue so much that it's going to impair recovery, which, by the way, again, is completely pointless, because you can only elevate protein synthesis to a certain extent. So let's just assume, for the sake of this video, I'm not saying it is, but the extent you can elevate it to is by doing 10 sets. Those extra 10 sets you just did on Monday, completely worthless. That whole extra effort you've just put in is not actually going to be maximizing your gains. It's going to be taken away from it. Whereas with the push-pull legs, let's say you do push day Monday, which we are here. So you do 10 sets for triceps here, and you do that again on Thursday, which is your next push day. So you do another 10 sets here. Your body in this time frame here has had a chance to recover. Protein synthesis for that muscle has elevated and has dropped back down by this point, and we can safely stimulate it again on Thursday, which will be sooner than if we were running a bro split and having to wait a week to simulate it again. So the volume links in with the frequency. Because we're hitting the muscle more frequently, we're able to safely, key word there, increase the volume, which, guess what, means faster gains. To recap, essentially it allows you to manipulate your volume by splitting it up into more practical chunks due to the higher frequency. This also means that your recovery is more effective. We can better implement progressive overload, maximizing your time in and out of the gym, or at home, or wherever you work out, because this doesn't only apply to weight training, this does apply to calisthenics and to many other training styles. Something else that this allows you to do is it allows you to get better at specific exercises, because how do we get better at something? We practice it over and over again. You need to take your body through that specific motor pattern. See my Grease the Groove video, which I'll leave up in the corner here, for an extreme version of that, which I use example of pull-ups. So sticking with this, we're going to say we want to improve our pull-up, but we also don't want to neglect the other exercises as well. With the push-pull legs, you have 2 chances in a week to hit pull-ups, or to not hit pull-ups, or to structure it how you want. So you can include that in your workout on either day. So even if you don't include it on Tuesday when you have a pull day, you can include it on your next pull day, which is Friday. So you could include it here instead. Or potentially you could include it in both, so that you'd hit the exercise twice a week instead of once a week, which would be on back day, which would be in Tuesday. So that'd be here. Let's say this is back, right? You'd only hit that once a week, so you'd only be able to do pull-ups once a week. And if you wanted to add another exercise in or focus on something else, then you would lose the skill of a pull-up. You'd not be able to train that motor pattern unless you wanted to work out for an absurd amount of time. So what the push-pull legs does is, this means we're going to be training the motor pattern more frequently, which means we're going to be getting stronger in that movement, which then means we're going to be able to overload that movement and make faster gains. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you through some different variations of the push-pull legs. By the way, the reason I keep looking down at my phone this whole video is because I couldn't be asked to like try and memorize everything. I just wrote it down in my notes and I was reading off it. I'm not stealing anybody else's shit. I just wrote it down so I don't forget it. So here we go for the first program. Now this program is maybe for a beginner or somebody who doesn't have a lot of time after work, or somebody who needs a lot of rest. So what we're going to do is Monday we're going to do push and pull Monday. Then we're going to rest Tuesday and Wednesday because we've done quite a lot of work on Monday. Thursday we're going to hit legs, and then we're going to rest for the rest of the week. Me personally, I wouldn't recommend using this split because, well, for myself I wouldn't use this split because for me that's too much rest. I know that I'm not going to be gaining muscle by doing this. However, if your goal is fat loss and you're focusing more on your cardio and your nutrition and you just want to do a little bit of strength work, this is probably a good program if you want to do push-pull legs to start with. Now the next one we're going to do is a little bit more split up, so it allows you to focus more on the individual pulling or pushing kind of aspect of the program. So this time we're going to do push, we're going to rest, we're going to do pull, we're going to rest, legs, and then rest at the weekend. So this one, again, probably for a beginner, or again somebody who doesn't have much time, somebody who we're gonna need a lot of rest, same sort of type of thing as this, but just wanted to split up push and pull so that Monday isn't so time consuming. So push pull would be quite a long workout if we're going to hit chest, triceps, shoulders, rear delt, biceps and back all in one day. That's going to be quite a long workout, assuming you're doing 3 exercises for each with 3 sets for each exercise, like on each muscle. That's going to be quite a long workout. So we're just going to split this up, have push Monday, pull Wednesday, legs Friday, dead simple. Now this is where we start getting into the advanced lifters, people who want to focus more on upper or lower or have specific kind of body goals, that sort of thing. Because remember, with push workouts you don't always have to hit every single muscle. If you're doing it more than once in a week, then on your first push day you could focus more on your chest, and then on the second push day you could focus more on your triceps and your shoulders. Because remember that also when we are doing chest, we are going to be stimulating shoulders and triceps at the same time anyway, so just not hitting them sort of in isolation. So this is going to be for an upper focus. So for an upper focus we could do push on Monday, pull on Tuesday, then rest, then legs once a week, and then on Friday we're going to do push and pull, and then we're going to rest Saturday, Sunday. So we've still got a decent amount of rest in there. We've still got 3 rest days. It just allows you to hit push and pull twice. Alternatively, what you could do is you could do something like push, pull, legs, and then go straight back in, because this may look like we don't have any recovery, but we do, because remember, we've recovered from push in these 48 hours here before you hit push again. So you have to think about recovery as not being so binary between the last time I worked out and the next time I worked out. It's when you're working out those muscles. That's how you have to think about this. So then Friday we're going to hit pull again, and then we're going to do rest. So a little bit less rest in this one, because we're splitting up this second push pull into 2 days. So obviously that's going to take away this rest day here. But as I said, if you don't feel the need to rest completely and you're okay with the concept of you've rested your pushing muscles, you've rested your pulling muscles, then this could be the split for you. Now, if we're talking about a lower body focus, so we're talking about, somebody who wants to build their legs, their goal is to get bigger with their legs, but they still don't want to lose what they've got up top, we could do something along the lines of push, legs, rest, pull, legs, rest. Or we could do legs, push, if I can spell, pull, legs, push. Or you could do, instead of just push here, we could do push and pull, but go a little bit lighter, and then do rest. So these 2 programs here are the ones that you want to be doing if you're thinking about you want to build your legs more. So we're hitting legs at least twice a week. Yes, we are hitting push and pull twice a week as well. So if you want to really focus in on those legs, then I'd probably go for the push legs, rest, pull legs, rest, rest. That gives you an adequate amount of rest. You've got legs 48 hours, legs 48 hours, and then obviously we've got the extra day here. If you wanted to, you could just turn this into a 6-day split. So basically take out Sunday altogether and do push legs rest, pull legs rest, push legs rest, pull legs rest. But then you're going to be bouncing on different days as to when your leg day is. So how you manipulate it is up to you, but I'm just giving you a baseline for you to work off, essentially. And the last one that I want to do here is the one that I tend to use, but I basically give myself an extra rest day because I don't need to train legs, because I feel like I need to grow my upper body more than my legs. So I suppose you could actually call this another upper focus if you like, but it's pretty standard. We could do push here, pull, legs, push, pull, legs, rest. So this is my favourite to do, except a lot of the time I'll give myself an extra rest day here instead of doing legs again, because like I said, I don't feel like I need to do legs twice a week. I think once a week is enough for me. So guys, if you have any questions about any of these splits that I've set out here for you, what I really want you to do is not just take what I've just put on the board and apply it. You can do that by all means, but if you have the knowledge and you have the understanding of your own body, which is really what this is about, it's about self-awareness and your personal goals, I want you to take these and manipulate it specifically to you. If you don't want to do that, then by all means get in contact with me, and what I can do for you is I can give you a tailored training split to you once I understand your goals and your aspirations, what you want to do as an athlete, and you know what your intention in fitness is. Once I understand that, I can give you a customized push-pull legs program. Hit me up on Instagram. That's the easiest way. DMs @_willpower training, as is up here. So guys, that has been my video on how to set up a push-pull legs split. If you're going to implement any of these splits that I've shown you, or if you have just enjoyed listening to me ramble on, then make sure to drop a like on the video. It really does help out the channel. It helps the information get seen by more people, which is the end goal here. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to click that subscribe button and ding dong the notification bell so you get notified when I upload every single freaking week. At the moment, I am on my shit with the YouTube right now. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.